Let's welcome anchor Yvonne Rohbacher. Yvonne is a 35-year activist, which makes no sense because she's only 37, in South Florida, and was the founding VP of Our Pride Center. She currently volunteers and supports the Women's Fund at Stonewall Museum and Library and other local groups. Yvonne, First of all, it's great to see you. 30 Days of Pride has the Dolphin Democrats hosting the 43rd Gala on June 28th. Tell me what's happening out.
Yeah, awesome. The Dolphin Democrats will host their 43rd Annual Awards Gala and silent auction on Saturday, June 28th at the Westin, Fort Lauderdale. The event will begin during Pride Month and mark the 56th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, honoring the LGBTQ pioneers who sparked a movement. Organized by the Dolphin Board of Directors, the gala will bring together activists, allies, and community leaders for an evening of reflection, resistance, and resolve. Guests will enjoy a silent auction, a celebration of achievements, and a reaffirmation of shared values. This year's gathering will highlight urgent issues facing Florida's queer community, from censorship to attacks on reproductive rights. Tickets and sponsorship opportunities are available now at dolphindems.org. The Dolphin Democrats, who are also on Facebook, by the way, invite all to stand united and prepare for the critical 2026 election year. And I just heard yesterday the announcement that they're also going to honor Don Darminio, who is a Wilton Manors Commission member at this time and has done so much for our community in the last few years.
And is probably a friend of everyone sitting at this table.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact, I just got an old picture of him in my text the other day when he had a different hairdo. I don't know why I decided to send it, but it was awesome. The Dolphin Democrats are doing amazing things and really stepping up with the environment we have. They've been having state and even national political figures come in and talk at the monthly meetings lately and let us know what in the heck is really going on. And they're just out there finding voters that are not registered yet. You name it, they're doing it to make sure that we get protected.
Yeah, we need every LGBT person that is eligible to vote should have a voter's registration card and vote.
I've always been on the Democratic side voting, I was going to say obviously, but it's not that obvious in this time anymore with us.
You never know.
And I stupidly, for lack of a better term, or maybe leaning into the privilege of not having to worry about it. And now I'm worried about it for my own health. I've never really attended anything having to do with the Dolphin Democrats. And now I cannot agree more that it's time for people like myself and those who maybe have been able to lean into that privilege of not worrying simply because the color of your skin. It's time that we really all band together and get to these monthly meetings. There is strength in numbers. And I don't think that me personally, Eric Restivo, took it seriously until
like it or not,
we're really in it. And it's not easy to admit that and say on this platform, but that's where we are, and that's just.
And we have to be visible, and we have to be in groups, and this is a great way to do it. My wife decided a couple of months ago, I have to do more. We were doing phone calls and volunteer work, but she went in and decided to take the secretary position at the Dolphin Democrats, and that's why we were sweating so much on Saturday, because we were at their table. We were at their booth, and we were, of course, registering voters, but also they had the new petitions for the two referendums that did not go through last election. They're doing new petitions on both the recreational marijuana and reproductive rights and even Medicaid expansion. So we were doing all that as well when we were there at the Pride Fest. Hope you saw us.
it was interesting. I had someone say something one day that said, you'd be surprised how many LGBTQ individuals are not registered. And just start asking, and when you do, I'm shocked. So I'm curious, how many were registered at Pride?
But now there's no excuse.
People just don't think about it or care, and it's that was never my case, but I know people like that. It's sad, but I more than ever we need to do more.
Absolutely.
Maybe they're having a wake up call now.
I hope so.
It's easy. It's easy to be a qualified person who registers voters and just have some forms around.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Find out more information on the Dolphin Democrats Facebook page or their website. You could simply just type in the Dolphin Democrats to literally any search engine online. You'll find everything out. Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at the Dolphin Democrats 43rd Gala on June 28th. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.